Yordenis Ugas, after hearing the news that he'll be replacing Errol the True Spence and fighting Manny Pacquiao on August the 21st, he lets Errol Spence know, I wish you a speedy recovery, and I still want that smoke with you once you heal up. I want that fight after I beat Manny Pacquiao. Before we get into this next video, make sure that you sub to my channel and make sure that you hit the like button if you haven't hit that like button. So here's what Yordenis Ugas had to say after finding out that he'll be replacing Errol Spence and fighting the biggest fight of his career, Manny Pacquiao. He says, before I talk about my next fight, I want to pay a word of respect to Errol Spence. It has been 4 years of rivalry, and this year, we're going to fight. Pacquiao came back and ruined the fight, but he was happy for you because I'm sure you're going to win and take the name of a great legend. I have been silent, a great fan of yours, and I have seen with joy how you have become a great star. Just 2 years ago, I and many of us were here praying for you for your life, and you came back from the dead to remain the champion. I'm sure you're going to come back from this injury too. I have the biggest fight and the most dream of any fighter who steps in the gym, but I can't finish my career without fighting you. God bless, recover champion, respect. Hashtag thank God, hashtag Team Ugas, hashtag Pacquiao Ugas. So there it is, y'all hear Yordenis Ugas being a real one and showing, Errol Spence his respect and wishing Errol Spence a speedy recovery. But at the same time, we can't fault Yordenis Ugas for being elated and happy that he gets the biggest fight of his career. Like he said, most fighters coming up in his era, they dream of having a Manny Pacquiao fight. And now he finally gets a Manny Pacquiao fight. Unexpectedly, I'm pretty sure he never thought this would happen in a million years, but he's here and it's happened, right? And now Yordenis Ugas got to be able to step up to the plate, go in there and put on the best performance of his entire career against Manny Pacquiao. And also, Yordenis Ugas, giving Errol Spence all the credit in the world, he admits, look, secretly, I haven't, spoke about it, but I've been a fan of yours for years. And he lets everybody know that, hey, we've had a 4-year rivalry. We were supposed to fight each other, and Manny Pacquiao came and destroyed that fight. If Manny Pacquiao had never got in our business, we would have been fighting for the WBA strap. But, what can you say? Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes things like this, it looks like it's bad, but it turns out to be for a good reason. I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. We don't know, but everything does happen for a reason. And now, like I said, Yordenis Ugas, hey, he got to be in full go mode because Yordenis Ugas, he wasn't preparing himself to get in the ring with a Manny Pacquiao. He was preparing himself to get in the ring with a Fabian Maidana. Nobody's going to get up for Fabian Maidana like that. Fabian Maidana, people don't even know who he is. Honestly, I haven't even never seen Fabian Maidana fight. And if I have seen him fight, I don't remember. So it must have not have been that impressive to me. If people don't know, Yordenis Ugas, he was supposed to fight Fabian Maidana, who is the younger brother of Marcos Maidana. So that's what we know him from. We know Fabian Maidana as being the younger brother of Marcos Maidana. But with that being said, now he has to go into a whole different stylistic type of fight and against a whole different type of monster. He's going in there now against Manny Pacquiao, a man that has amazing hand speed, amazing footwork, that's going to give him all type of angles, that's going to give him punching bunches. But is he going to be prepared to step into that spotlight on the big stage like that when he wasn't ready? You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't get ready for something like this overnight. This is a confidence that you have to build up for months. Like, Errol Spence, for months, he's been knowing that he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao. For years, he's been wanting and calling to fight Manny Pacquiao. So when he heard this news, he was preparing himself to be the best Errol Spence that you've seen. That's why he was going, doing strength and conditioning again. He got back with his strength and conditioning coach, Blu-ray Fitness. That's why he hired a nutritionist. That's why he was doing 2 and 3 a day trainings, right? But Yordenis Ugas, he wasn't preparing for all of that. He was just preparing to fight another opponent, an opponent that nobody knows who he is. And no disrespect to Fabian Maidana, but that's just what it is. It's the truth. So he was just preparing himself to go in there and fight another opponent. Now, the spotlight is on you, Yordenis Ugas, because now you finally get your big chance. The doors have opened where you get your big chance, and all of the pressure is on you to perform under the spotlight. And how is Yordenis Ugas going to perform under these circumstances? Yordenis Ugas is a very good fighter. Although I do have Manny Pacquiao beating him, because Manny Pacquiao is a whole different style of fighter than what Yordenis Ugas was preparing for. You got to look. Manny Pacquiao was preparing for Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a better fighter than Yordenis Ugas. So Manny Pacquiao was in his mind, right? Boxing is 80% mental. So Manny Pacquiao was already preparing himself to go in against the best, right? Yordenis Ugas was preparing himself just to go in against another opponent. So now Yordenis Ugas, his whole mindset has to change. Yordenis Ugas got to click in the mode in these next 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, week and a half. He has to be in that mode that I'm going in to fight the biggest, the baddest opponent I've ever been in the ring with by far. And that's a whole different mentality that you have to kick into. Is he ready to do that? I don't know. But may the best man win. I wish the best for Yordenis Ugas. And to be honest with you, if Manny Pacquiao wins this fight against Yordenis Ugas, this might slow up the whole welterweight division. Because we know Manny Pacquiao, usually during October, he starts to run for Senate. He goes back and does his Senate work, right? This year, we know that Manny Pacquiao has said that he's running for presidency. Now, if Manny Pacquiao doesn't retire, right? If he doesn't retire immediately after this fight, Manny Pacquiao is probably going to hold the division up. Because we know that once you win a belt, the WBA belt will be on the line, the super belt. Once he wins the super belt, he doesn't have to defend that belt against a mandatory for a year. And we've seen how Manny Pacquiao have been moving lately. Manny Pacquiao hasn't fought in 2 years. We've seen how Manny Pacquiao has been moving, so Manny Pacquiao could hold up the whole division. And that's going to be bad for the 147-pound weight division, because we won't see Undisputed. We won't see, Manny Pacquiao in the ring with Errol Spence, because when Errol Spence come back, he gonna see what's cracking with Terrence Crawford if Manny Pacquiao not trying to get in the ring with him immediately, right? Or he gonna move up to 154. So really, if you really want to break it down, it's gonna be a lot better for boxing, for 147-pound weight division, if Yordenis Ugas can pull off the upset against Manny Pacquiao. And I'm not saying that I'm pulling for Yordenis Ugas, because I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan. I'm a much bigger fan of Manny Pacquiao than I am of Yordenis Ugas. But what's better for boxing? If Yordenis Ugas wins, right, he'll probably end up fighting his next fight against Errol Spence, because they both are PBC fighters. PBC has a big influence on, what they advise their fighters to do, the next move that they want their fighters to make. So Al Heyman and PBC, they can easily say, look, Ugas, congratulations on winning the title, but the next fight that we're going to make is you versus Errol Spence. Now, they can't force him to get in the ring with Errol Spence, but they can make it very lucrative. And I'm pretty sure Yordenis Ugas wasn't going to pass that down. And you've seen from the statement that Yordenis Ugas just gave, he's already letting you know that recover fast. When you come back, if I beat Manny Pacquiao, I want that fight against you. He's letting you know we've had a 4-year rivalry, right? I don't want to retire until I fight you. I can't end my career without fighting you. So salute to Yordenis Ugas, you know, for being a real one and not trying to just, you know, brush Errol Spence to the side and laugh at his, you know, injury and act like, oh, well, you know, so much for Errol Spence. You should have fought me when you had a chance. Nah, Yordenis Ugas, he ain't going out like that. He's showing that he a real one. He's letting everybody know, like, yeah, we got a history. And when you heal, I can't end my career without making the fight with you. So like I said, the best thing for boxing is for Yordenis Ugas to win this fight. Am I picking Yordenis Ugas to win the fight? No, but he does have a good chance to win the fight. With that being said, this is going to shake up the whole 147-pound weight division. And the way it shakes it up depends on who wins this fight. Anyway, let me know, are y'all still interested in seeing Manny Pacquiao, you know, fight a different opponent? And now we know it's Yordenis Ugas. And let me know who y'all got winning this fight. And y'all already know how I do. Before we get up out of here, make sure that you smash on my like button. Make sure that you sub to the channel if you're not already a subscriber to the channel. And y'all know my saying, there you go talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.